attorney. If you cannot afford one will be provided to you. Do you understand these rates that I have read to you?
Yes,
Keep in
I
mind
do.
with these rates, do you wish to speak to me?
Yes. Huh? No.
Do you have any
I didn't
additional
do anything,
questions
so.
moving forward?
Yeah. Yes. Um, I think it was the 14th. It ends on the 19th. It was supposed to be for 5 days, but Catherine told me she was having trouble. Obviously, her deputy mayor, the previous deputy mayor before me, um, yeah, yeah, that. And so she was doing everything herself. She was getting threats like up the ass, and I felt really bad, so I wanted to help her. So I went to Bunky one on one, and I was like, "Hey, like, what can I do to expedite my expungement? Because I really want to help her, and I can't really do that as a felon, because there's only one person on our city council that's actually helping her, and he's a cop, so he can only do so much." Bobby Bass. Um, and so he told me my probably,
I am pretty
probably.
sure that was. I would
Um,
have to double check, but yes.
but and I felt bad because she didn't have any help, and so I emailed Bunky and I said, hey, can you fly in so I can have a conversation with you, because I want to, like, and he asked me if I meant then, and I was like, sure, whatever you want. So he flew in, and I went to the courthouse to talk to him, and it was a one-on-one conversation at the courthouse lobby, like the new one, not city hall. And I asked him what I could do to expedite my expungement, if there's any community service I could, because I wanted to help her. He proceeded to tell me that he cleared my charges the day my expungement started. Um, so he, and I quote, would not forget to clear them. And then he told me to go on and get hired at City Hall. I took that as your charges are clear, you're good, you're done. Because he told me that I had no charges, and I had Catherine had a paralegal district attorney's office check, and I had no charges. So I had assumed that my expungement was done because he cleared my charges. And so today I reached out on Birdie for a weapons license, and I got my ass handed to me and chewed out by Freya. Um, uh, she told me on Birdie that my expungement wasn't done, that I couldn't get a weapons license. So I called her, and I was trying to explain to her how um I didn't have any charges, and like I was deputy mayor now, or I was deputy mayor, and I like genuinely thought my expungement was done because that's what he conveyed to me. And she was like, no, it's not. And then she had a really massive attitude towards me. It was actually crazy. She was like, no, it's not. Bunky told us it's not, blah blah blah. And I was like, okay, well, that's not what he told me. And she said something, and I hung up on her because it pissed me off. And I didn't want to escalate anything because she's a sheriff, and I'm good on that. And so I had a conversation with Bunky in the emails, which I forwarded to Lang already, so he has that conversation. Of him basically blaming me for you guys investigating him.
Sure.
Um, yeah, I reached out to him asking him why I couldn't get a weapons license. He said that what's the word he used? Hold on, I'm trying to think really hard. That I took advantage of him, which I didn't, because I didn't ask him to clear my charges. I didn't know they were clear until I got told they were clear. I was like genuine, because when I had that kind of one-on-one conversation with him, I was like, hey, like I can't work at City Hall because I'm a felon, and how the city pay works, it'll tank after the next storm. And I was like, and I'm not trying to, I don't, that's not, and I can't help her without the City Hall job because the permits are job locked. And he told me that he cleared my charges the day that my expungement started. And I didn't know until he was like, yeah, get hired at City Hall. And then he told me that I was supposed, then in the emails, he was like, "Oh, you were only supposed to be doing community service, blah blah blah," and I was like, "You literally told me that I was fine. Like, you told me to get hired. You said I was clear." Um, I was trying to get my expungement expedited. It was supposed to only be 5. Well, it was supposed to be 5 days because I only had 3 charges. But I was trying to. But Catherine really needed help because when I tell you they were behind by like 50, I want to say 15 permits. I did 15 permits by myself yesterday. That's how behind on the business permits they were. And she can't fly in as much as I can, and she's also across the pond, so her time is different than a lot of people in the cities. And so I was trying to make her life easier and help her. So I was trying to see if I could do community service to expedite my expungement, and then that's when he told me that my charges were already off. And I was like, huh? No. 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 He cleared my charges. So he cleared my charges during my expungement court hearing while he was sitting at the bench. Okay. No, I didn't know. No, I thought I was just on expungement. Yes, and he told me that it was already cleared. Yeah, but I didn't. I told him that, like, so you know how some places won't hire felons because it tanks the pay after the storm. Yeah, so I told him. I explained that to him. I was like, because he told me to get hired, and I was like, I can't. Yes. 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 I never asked him to clear my charges. He did that on his complete own volition, so that he, and I quote, would not forget. No. I explained to him how, like, the city pay works, like, for businesses, since, like, every job is in a business thing. And I said, I can't get hired because, one, I'm a felon, and it's gonna tank their pay, and two, they're not gonna hire me as a felon. And he was like, oh, well, I cleared your charges the day of your expungement so I wouldn't forget, so go get hired. And I was like, what are you talking about? And then when the paralegal from the district attorney's office background checked me, my charges were indeed clear and gone. And then after the conversation that I forwarded Lang, during that conversation, he flew in, put my charges back on, told me he put my charges back on, and then flew back out. Yes, because I was trying to get clarification on why I couldn't get a weapons license, because yeah, because I was under the impression that I was clear. No, I sent him screenshots.
Let me check. I don't have any screenshots.
I did send it. Hold on.
You might have deleted it. It's okay if you did, but
Oh no, I did. Okay, hold on. I thought I forwarded you them when I. Okay, hold on. Actually, let me do that right now. I'm sorry. That's completely on me. I apologize for that. There you go, like, I'm so sorry. That was my fault. I thought I forwarded them to you when... My fault. My original purpose was to try and become a lawyer because I wanted to get a law firm to rival Freedom. And then more than one person expressed their frustrations to me about how the permits were taking forever. Well, I'm also a manager at one of the places that it was taking a while to get, but I had a conversation with her myself, and she was telling me how majority of her city council isn't active. That there was a like maybe a week before all of this, I talked to Skylar after she stopped, or after her, you know, all that. And she put in a word for me with Catherine. So I know a week before I was in talks trying to figure out when Catherine and I were in the city at the same time, because again, opposite sides of the, you know. And so originally I was trying to apply for a law firm, but I decided instead of that, why not help somebody that'll help her and it'll benefit more towards the city, because that's literally like what I wanted to do, was help people. But I don't want to be a cop
That
again.
makes
I'd rather
sense.
not.
Yep.
Because business apps aren't going to go back for a while. So I was like, okay, well, I might as well, because I want to be on the straight and narrow. Like, I do not want to be like, I'm not cut out to be a criminal. Let's be real. You've known me for a while, Sliver. You and Lang have known me for a while, actually. You both know I'm not cut out to be a criminal. I'm not. I'm not cut out to be a cop either. So, but I do want to help people. Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But I had to quit because he emailed me he blamed me for you guys looking into him. Yeah, in the screenshots you can see him literally saying FIB is looking into me. You took advantage of me. Blah blah blah. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Okay, sorry. Oh my goodness, it's cold.
I believe he's looking over.
Oh no,
Some...
you're okay. Yeah. I never asked him to clear my charges. I said, can I do community service to expedite my expungement? Not, hey, clear my charges. You know what I mean? What the fuck? That's so weird. Corruption is too big of a thing in this city, and I do not like it.
Agreed.
Like, it actually genuinely is a really big problem. I literally see it every day with LSPD, so.
Go away, Diddy.
Dude, you see what I'm talking about? I was like, what are you on about? I was so confused. I was like, I didn't even do anything, bro. What are you talking about? He's like, you got the FIB looking into me. Now you see what I mean, though,
It's
right?
great.
I was
It's
like,
great.
you're welcome. I guess. No, literally, I was like, I didn't even do anything to you. What are you blaming me for? I was like, it's not like I fucking went to you and said, here, I'll give you this if you do. No, bro,